Google is amping up their free TV efforts with a brand new service to stream free movies and TV shows. You need to check out Google TV Freeplay. It has over 10,000 free on-demand movies and shows and 300 live channels for effective budget viewing. This is How to Watch Free TV. I'm Aaron, your resident free TV expert, and this is the latest story from my corner of the galaxy. Google TV Freeplay added an on-demand section, and there are some real gems for you to watch with no subscription fee. Lionsgate and A24 are among the studios they've managed to get on board, but there are some interesting selections for people looking for cheap, effective entertainment right now. One thing you should look out for when using Google TV Freeplay is that the functionality for the free ad-supported streaming channels only works on Google TVs to the full extent. The mobile app will let you watch free TV and movies through their interface, but the best experience is on a Google TV. Still, if you're looking for good things to watch for free, use that app. I couldn't find those free fast channels that they were touting in the release on my app, but they'll probably add them in the future. So if you're a mobile user, focus on the on-demand section and we'll worry about those free streaming channels that just go on and on later. With that, let's dive into some of the best movies that are going to make your nights on the couch even more entertaining, and skip to this time to see what else my thoughts are on the overall service. First up is Inception. Now, it's been a big summer for Christopher Nolan, and now you can relive one of his best theatrical hits from the comfort of your own home. Inception dropped in 2010. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Dom Cobb. You know the drill because you've steeped in the pop culture the last decade or so, but they can go inside people's dreams, and they're on the trail of some secret information trying to steal it. His crew of thieves gets roped into an impossible task. Part of the allure of a movie like Inception is this wildly talented cast we've gotten to know, of course. You know, it's DiCaprio, Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Elliot Page, Michael Caine, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tallulah Riley, and more. Ken Watanabe's in this freaking movie, man. Inception dropped while I was still in school, and the popularity of the movie endures to this day. This is one of the big film fan posters in dorm rooms during that era, The Dark Knight and Scarface being the other two on that list, and all that acclaim is well-deserved. Nolan is one of the most appreciated and prolific auteurs of this time. So anytime you get to see one of these big movies he's made for free, it's a real treat. I also feel like I should mention the fact that in the 2010s, a lot of people didn't have TV screens in their house big enough to capture the scale and grandeur of a movie like Inception. Now, people have home theater setups that can really bring the thunder. This is a gorgeous film. This is a no-brainer if we're talking about free movies that just got added to the service. Inception, streaming for free on YouTube. Pop some popcorn and enjoy. Next up, we've got Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go. We continue our tour of auteurs in modern cinematic history with the Wachowskis. Speed Racer from 2008. It's worth noting this movie just celebrated a 4K remastering not too long ago. Big ups to John Darrow over at Warner Bros. Really crushing this remaster. The color, sound, and visual flair of the original theatrical release is in there in spades. If you have the cash for a true splurge, I feel like that's a good decision. Here for free, we've got a really amplified adaptation of the old anime. Our buddy Speed, his family, Spritle, Chim Chim, Trixie, and of course Racer X are all here. It's rendered in absolutely breakneck pacing and a vibrant, insane color palette. Nothing really looks like Speed Racer 2008, and nothing really has since. I saw this one in theaters and was wildly pleased. It's gone on to become something of a cult classic now, which is a shame because real heads knew what was up back then. But yeah, this one you might not have seen, and you can rectify that tonight for absolutely free. Speed Racer 2008 streaming for free on YouTube. And finally, we've got Out of Time. Denzel Washington in true thriller mode for this 2003 entry. He's sharing the screen with Eva Mendes and Sanaa Lathan. His police chief, Matt Whitlock, is in deep over his head, and when some random drug bust money goes missing, he finds himself framed for the crime. There's a lot of fishy circumstances emerging around this case and the women he used to love. Will he have time to clear his name or even keep his life when everything's said and done? If you love movies, you love Denzel. And director Carl Franklin knows what he's got with our man. This is near the height of his powers. The filmmaker makes a wise decision. Just lean on that talent from the cast and let the gorgeous lighting do what it came here to do. Kind of an aside, but not really, but Hollywood really did forget how to make a theatrical 1 hour and 45-minute thriller until very recently. We swim in examples of this on free streaming. and regular streaming, but seeing an older entry like this is enough to remind you of what used to be. So, absolutely excellent. A little mystery, some suspense, an unabashedly attractive main cast. Out of Time is probably going to be right up your alley if you nodded at any of those things at home. It's streaming for free on YouTube. All right, so let's run through some more thoughts about the Google TV Freeplay service overall. At first blush, this is a very smart move for Google. The free TV space is still really unsettled. Both Roku and Tubi are massive power players, and Pluto has the luxury of Paramount's just mind-numbing catalog. And Fandango wants to make themselves felt in the space too. But as Roku has taught me, having the actual streaming operating system is a big time flex that can't really be ignored. Owning that distribution gives you a direct line to the consumer. It's the first thing they boot up when they hit the OS on their TV. It's their gateway to other apps, and it's just smart to get a free option in there for them. And the sheer breadth of free movies will probably change. Google's got a lot of cachet. They'll be able to negotiate different movies being available. I never would have dreamed there would be Inception for free. So we're seeing a massive leveling up of free TV content in this space. We are so blessed with so many options that I could have never dreamed of a couple years ago being available for free. Also, 300 live channels is a great start and plays into some of what Pluto and Roku have learned about their audiences. Like, namely, there's a number of people who love to set it and forget it when it comes to free TV, just like old TV used to be. One of the big comforts and charms of the late cable era was finding a network that had a lot of the programs you loved and setting it on or scrolling past it and being like, hey, this is on for the 18th time. I think I'm going to watch that. So, good choices there. I think Google should think about getting that live TV portion working on the app and giving the Google Free Play section its own tab inside the interface. I feel like that would help people tremendously when they're looking for these free TV movies and shows. I spent a ton of time trying to make this video, seeing if it would work on the app, and there was no real guidance, which isn't great. I mean, if I can't do this thing, not that I'm that much smarter than anybody, but I do this for a living, and it was really kind of a task. There's also the question of Google owning two different free services between YouTube Movies and TV and Freeplay. It's fair to wonder whether one will be absorbing the other, and it isn't YouTube who will probably be acquiescing in that scenario. Like we said, a ton of questions. Google has this history of making these big, splashy reveals of what's going on with their service, what's available at launch. Hey, you can expect us to be around for a long time, and maybe sometimes that working out, like YouTube, you're watching us right now after all. Or there's other things like their recent entries into cloud gaming and God knows what else. I'm still sad about Google Reader. So, another massive entry into the free TV space. We're always telling you this space is growing, it's getting way bigger. Power players are going to be lured to the table here in short order. Just in the last 3 weeks, we've had Fandango and Google come through with massive reveals and announcements. And Disney kind of tipping their hand that they're thinking about entering it too. So, the segment is definitely growing. The segment is definitely diversifying. People are bringing A-level content to the dance now. It's not just whatever back catalog content we own. They're bringing premium movies and TV shows, knowing that they've really got to compete with these other streamers. And that will probably make the end result and end user experience better for those of us on the ground. Like I said, 2 or 3 years ago, I could not have dreamed they would be like, here's a Christopher Nolan movie for free. That's not Memento on for 1 week. Um, Fandango's relationships have yielded some very big movies like that Mario movie, recent releases. I think Megan was free a couple weeks ago. Tubi and Roku highlight new premium series for free, at least so that you can catch up on the last season, then head over to another service to get the full thing. But you don't even have to go to the full service. You can just watch the first one for free if you're so inclined. So There's just an air of a shift. People are tired of paying for 7 different subscription services, and each one of these publishers is realizing in real time that they need to have a free option if they're going to be competitive in the landscape. Also, I think the ad money's just talking. A free ad-supported channel yields as close as you're going to get in 2026 to the old cable ad revenue that you used to enjoy from all these extended cable networks. So why not? And if there's someone out there who will watch, I don't know, Bonanza or Martha Stewart or cast off F1 content, or even those little, movie trivia slides that you get before theaters, they're going to put them up there on a loop for you with different interviews, topical suggestions, and the like. So yeah, Google Freeplay, now available, expanding Google's free TV and movie library quite a bit. They're not quite on the level of a Roku or a Tubi where there's that immediate name recognition of the service, but more competitors at the table lets everybody know they have to step their games up. It's a win for everybody. If you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel. It's at How to Watch Free TV. We have a free newsletter with 3 free picks every week, and last week there was a bonus pick, so keep your eyes on that newsletter. That's howtowatchfree.tv. The Free Streaming TV podcast is produced by me, Aaron Perine. Our visuals and graphics are developed by Izzy O'Connell. Our merch and logo were designed by Mike Moody. This wonderful tune you hear in the background was composed and performed by Autumn Reed. Social media support for the brand came from Ebony McCrae. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching and listening and asking questions. The Roku channel video about AI really took on a life of its own. I think that'll be the card that's on this video, so go check that out if you want, or if you're upset about it or you don't know what's going on, there's some information for you. Subscribe to How to Watch Free TV for more interviews, analysis, and news about the best in free TV and free movies. I've been Aaron Perine. This is a free space. And remember, the best things on TV are absolutely free. Enjoy your free time, everybody. We'll catch you later.